Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm finally going to do my paycheck one budget. I've been delaying on doing this just because I've been so busy. So I'm so glad I did my cash stuffing before I did my paycheck one, because if I had delayed this long, I would have probably been swiping my card. So I'm so happy I took out my cash first and then had to deal with everything else. So let's get started. This is how my week is going. As you guys can see, I had a couple unbudgeted stuff, but we're going to talk about that right now because why not? Let's just get into it. So here was my first rollover budget. This is what I had to deal from December all the way to the 12th of January. So today we are going to go ahead and set up paycheck one, which is the first official paycheck of the year for me. I'm going to go ahead and put my washi down. If you guys don't know, I am a sticker budgeter. I go ahead and just do my budget layouts with stickers that I create. They're from my shop. Everything will be linked down below, and if you're wondering where that is, it's in the description box. You gotta click the little arrow to access all the info. So for those asking, you guys, everything is linked. You just gotta look at the description bar, not the comments. So here we go. Paycheck one. My little deco, and this is an Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. This is just a planner that has months on it and then notes pages. So you don't actually get my layouts. You have to create that with my stickers or anyone else's stickers for that matter. So that is my little talk on how you get these layouts or these budget stuff on there. So for paycheck one, like I said, it was from Travelers, which is my workers' comp. If you guys don't know, I am on workers' comp because I'm injured from a work injury, and that was paid on the 13th of January, and it was for the same exact amount that I always get of $12.48.32. That never changes, and I'm also not expecting anything else other than that. So we're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna leave a little space just in case I have like anything that comes up, but for the most part I don't believe I will have any other income coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like that. So for bills, you guys, I'm pretty sure most of the bills got taken care of with paycheck, with not the paycheck, but with my rollover money that I already had in my bank account from my last Magic Month paycheck that I received in December. So like we took care of my health benefits and stuff. So actually, what am I talking about? I have so much. I have so much to do. So we have my rent, my phone bill. So my paycheck one is going to take care of a lot of the heavy bills that, or basically the majority of the bills that are happening in January. This paycheck takes care of almost everything that I have. So if we look over here, the only bills I paid for the first 2 weeks of January was my health benefits. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of these right here, and we are going to go ahead and add them to my paycheck one budget. So for the first thing is my rent. My rent was due on the 13th, and that one was for $850 because that was my portion. A lot of people ask me, how is that your rent? That's only my portion, you guys. My rent is actually $1,200. So I have $800 in rent, and then that same day I have my phone bill. So my phone bill comes out, and that one is $57. I usually have my bills like memorized to the T, but today I'm kind of like foggy headed, so I'm gonna keep going back and forth in my budget so I can see what is it I'm missing. So I do have my mom's Bank of America card. A lot of people ask me why. We shared a credit card when I was in college, so yeah, I pay this and we have a plan to pay it off. It's just not gonna be right now. After that, I do have my natural gas, and actually I did get my bill for the natural gas, and I think that was about $25. So I'm gonna leave it as is. And then after that, I believe I have my car payment. See, once I start like picturing the calendar in my head, I can start looking at my bills and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I have next and next and next. So that is $167.31. This is my car payment for the entire month. This is not a bi-weekly, like every 2 months kind of thing. This is my car payment. Like, that is what I pay for my car. I have a 2014 Honda Civic. I bought it used within my income range. So yeah, that's why my car payment is that low. I didn't buy brand new or flashy. I just bought the car that would get me from point A to point B, reliable and new to me. After that, I do have my car insurance. So car insurance here. And that one is, I believe it's estimating to be $58 this month. And then my renter's insurance is about $20. I think I'm gonna say $18 for this particular month. And the last thing that I have that I want to put here is unbudgeted. Just because I did have a budget previous paycheck, and I will get into that later, but I don't actually put an amount that I think I'm gonna have in a budget because I usually hope I don't, but this stuff happens and I'm okay with it. So I'm completely fine with it, but I just want to make sure I leave a little space for it because it happens, you guys. It happens a lot. Sometimes. Not all the time, but I'd rather have a space for it so I can, you know, fill it in than pretend that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. So that is how that is going. Then I'm going to move on to the cash envelope section. You guys already saw this in my video prior to this, so I'll link that up in a card as well if you haven't. And of course, same cash envelopes as always. We have groceries, we have spending, we have gasoline, and that is it. Groceries, it's getting 187 or got 187 already. Spending got 125 and gasoline got 30. So that was that. Then we are going to the miscellaneous category, and that is everything that you can achieve if you want to, if your budget allows you to, and the area that you're not very too concerned if you don't get to. And for that, to me, is sinking funds and birthdays. So it was my sister's birthday and her budget was $100 because I believe in the prior one I only budgeted for my niece and not her, but I had already pulled that money from Paycheck 1. So I know her budget was $100 because for the month I had $140 to budget out for. And then for sinking funds, it was $90 because I'm only doing car maintenance, which is $20. I believe it was Nordstrom. Yeah, Nordstrom, which is a $30, and Black Friday, which was another $20 bill. So it was $90 in total that I was funding for sinking funds for this particular pay period. That is what my Paycheck 1 had to cover. Now, I'm gonna put the paycheck breakdown, but I will say that I do have to go ahead and recap my rollover pay period because I did have income come in and I did use it. So that will probably support this, but for now let's add all these numbers up. So we're gonna do $850 and I'm gonna add all of that up right now. So in total for bills, I have $1,230.31 that I have to pay. And as you guys can see, my paycheck was $1,248, meaning I'm left with about $18, which will not fulfill this section. And that is why I have to go back and show you how my rollover pay period went. So we're gonna do $1,230 here, and then we're gonna add my cash envelopes. So for this pay period, I need $342, which is usually the basic amount I always need for the entire pay weeks. And then $190 for all miscellaneous. I'm gonna go ahead and put my breakdown down here. And my breakdown consists of my income minus my bills / expenses minus my cash envelopes minus my miscellaneous categories. So that's what that looks like. And of course, my income currently is $1,248. I will get into that in a moment. My bills and expenses is $1,230.31. My cash envelopes was $342. My miscellaneous is $190. Cool. So before I tell you like the set amount for paycheck one, I have to go into my rollover budget, and that is everything that I received that came into this pay period of the 1st of December, the 1st of January to the 12th of January. And with that, I did get one entire paycheck or like cash out from my traveler's insurance for a recompensation of all my traveling back and forth with the medical office for the entire year. And I'm gonna call that mileage reimbursement. That actually happened very early on in the month. That happened on like the second week of January, and it was for a total amount of $1,480.86. That was for my entire like mileage compensation for 2020. So if I add that up, I do 1208.32 plus 1480.86. I had a total income of $2689.18 that I had to use for this actual area. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this budget out so I can quickly go ahead and get my rollover so this part of my budget can make sense. And I'm just going to go through it quickly. So my new health benefits is $132.86. I didn't actually spend anything on my niece's birthday. I actually submitted my points to redeem a gift card for $40. So the only bills and expenses I had for these 2-week pay period was my actual health benefits. For groceries, you guys would have seen in my cash envelope stuffing that I did have $53 left over, meaning I only did spend $135 on groceries this week. For gasoline, I didn't spend anything because my whole cash envelope stuffing was there. And then for spending, I only had $2, so I spent $123. So basically almost all of it. So for that entire week of expenses, I spent a total of $258 out of my cash envelopes. Just like that. This all happened except this one. I have not thrown anything extra at my deck currently. I'm just piling up together. But I will say I did get a total of actually $85 that I put set aside currently right now. So actually let me find my whiteout, because I did only do 85, which I put aside in my cash stuffing as well. So I did 85. And then this was the same. So for this category, I had $180 that I actually set aside for all miscellaneous to happen. So in total, I had an income of $2689.18 minus $132.86 minus $258 minus $180, which should give me the amount that I have to add with my paycheck one. So let's do that. $26.98. It's $180. I rolled over to paycheck one an amount of $2,127.32. So I'm gonna go ahead and put rollover over here. And this is $2,127.32, which should give me a total income to work this pay period of $3,375.64. So I'm gonna put that in the budgeted amount here, just like that. And now I'm gonna subtract it by everything I'm expected to pay, meaning I would have a remaining of $1,613.33. So that is how much I have left over to finish off January with all my bills paid out and my cash envelopes. So meaning my kind of debt snowball will be about $1,600 plus the $85 that I set aside. But I will mention I did have an unbudgeted amount that did happen within this course, because you know what, I'm not perfect. I had all of these happen after I got paid. So I did go to Disneyland. I did buy a couple of stuff because I was feeling spendy, you guys. So that will be subtracted from this amount in order for me to get my debt snowball at the end of the month. But nonetheless, that's a big debt snowball and I'm so excited to have it. But just know I'm not a perfect budgeter. Unbudgeted expenses do happen. And honestly, it was for the sake of my sister's birthday. Like, we did have like her budgeted amount, but we wanted to go to like downtown Disney, and who are we to think that we would go and not spend any money at the shops? But it was such a lovely trip. We took pictures. It was so nice. The park was completely empty because they only have shops open. They don't have restaurants or anything. So we just took pictures like with all the little attractions that they had open for like background pictures, and it was super cute, you guys. I enjoyed it. But yeah, this is my paycheck 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it and saw how the rollover budget really affects my paycheck 1. And I will have a paycheck 2 because I will get paid on the 27th, and I actually don't need to take care of anything with that paycheck. So that'll be pretty interesting because it'll lead us into February, into the 10th, if I'm still on workers' comp. And even then, I don't have anything to pay. So it's very interesting to see all your money stay with you, stay in your bank account, and for you to use it however you like. And that's a pretty big chunk of money that I can throw at my car as well. So yes, I am so happy I was able to do this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry if it was such a long explanation, but I had just been avoiding budgeting because I'm a normal person. And now that I finally did it, I am happy to say that I am accomplishing everything I want. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.